Hello everyone, welcome back to Tinateach Python. Today's lesson is going to be another introduction into loop and joining sets. We're going to be taking a look at the update method as well as the intersection method, okay? Now, first with update, this is the first time we've learned about this. Update, it puts all of the items in a set into another set. So what it does is that it changes the original set instead of having a newer copy of that set and then changing the copy instead, okay? And once again, it does not like having duplicate items, so it will get rid of all of that. So we have each set integer 23, 45, and 66, and we have another set of string with hello world. Okay, now if we update the integer set with string, we would have a combination of both sets. Next up, to intersection, instead of changing the original set, what we're going to have is a new set that only contains the items that are seen in both sets, okay? For example, with coffee, we have espresso, decaf, and latte. For tea, we have oolong, decaf, and chai. Now, if our order is the intersection of coffee and tea, what do you think we would have? What do you think the order would be? Well, it would be decaf, okay? Now, we're taking a look at the AND operator. You can join sets with sets only, not other data types. It's the same strict rule that we've seen in lesson number 36, okay? With the operator not liking to have joined sets of different data types. What this operator does is very similar to intersection, okay? It's just that it's very strict. It only wants to go with sets and it doesn't like combining other data types. Unlike intersection, you can be a bit more free with intersection in terms of data types, okay? Now, once again, I have coffee, I have tea, and I have order. Coffee and tea returns decaf. Now, let's take a look at intersection and update. This would only keep the duplicates, but will change the original set instead of returning a new set. Once again, coffee, tea, coffee intersection, update, and tea. Print coffee would once again return the duplicates, changing the original set, aka the coffee set over here, instead of returning a new set. That's why we print out coffee, okay? Because we changed coffee already. And the duplicates that we will get is decaf. Coffee will be decaf. Now, I want to refresh your memories for a bit with true, false, 1, and 0 that we've encountered in the previous lesson. True and 1 are considered the same value. The same goes with false and 0. So if you have true and 1 in the same set data type, or false and 0 in the same set, same data type, they will be considered duplicates, and only the first instance will be considered, okay? Okay, now let's have a little bit of a demonstration. I'm gonna create a set called integer set, and its values includes 22, 57, 57 again for duplicate values, 78, and 78. Then I'm gonna create another set, a string set, wherein we have, forgot the double quotes over there, hello and world, okay? Now I'm going to update the integer set with the string set. So integer set dot update string set, okay? Now I'm gonna print the integer set, and then I'm gonna print the string set so we can see what the update method does to the two variables, okay? Now let's try running this. All right, as you can see, we have a combination of, the integer set and a string set for the integer set. So the update method is not creating anything new. It's simply changing an old variable that we've created already. And string set is left on its own. Okay, it still preserves its original value. Now, let's close this for now. Let's move on to another example. Coffee equals to espresso, decaf, latte, double T, and cold brew. Okay, and another set, T equals to decaf, oolong, chai, and green tea. All right. Now I'm going to create a third variable, order, with coffee.intersection, and the argument is tea. So we're looking for duplicate variables between coffee and tea. Now let's see if the intersection method does change the OG variable coffee, or it will simply create a new set. Okay, print coffee, print order, and print tea. Now let's see how this goes. Oops. Okay, we have decaf, latte, cold brew, espresso, randomize. So that's for coffee. So coffee is still its own thing. We don't change that. Next up, we have decaf for order. Order is a new variable. With decaf adds a sole value. And tea is left on its own, just like coffee. Now let's close this. Now I'm going to delete all of this, but I'm going to keep the tea set for myself. And I'm going to create a new set called, well, no, actually not set, list. Tea leaves, my bad. Tea leaves equals to chai, green tea, and what else? I think that's good for now, right? Let's go down here and print out the type of tea leaves. And then let's have a new variable, order equals to tea and tea leaves. And I'm going to print tea, print tea leaves, and then print order. Okay, contrast to save. Let's see how this goes. As you can see here, we have an error, unsupported operand type for set and list. We cannot combine set and list together. However, if we make tea leaves into a set, like this, okay, and let's run it back, we don't have an error anymore. Okay, we have the class equals to set, and tea is left alone, green tea along, chai, green tea, on the values. And tea leaves, green tea, and chai still its original, and order has the values that are found in both sets. Okay, let's close this for now, and let's have a new thing for us. Let's have tea, because we're moving on to intersection update. Intersection update, tea leaves. Okay. Print tea, and then print tea leaves to see how intersection update would, change and modify these two sets over here. Let's run it. Okay, as you can see, intersection update over here, it modifies the original variable. We only have chai and green tea now, the duplicate values that can be found in tea leaves, as opposed to having tea with decaf along, chai and green tea. When you print all of these things out, you can see, it's different ways that a method would modify a variable, and sometimes you would miss that and you would run to unexpected issues in your program. Okay, just simply print them out and you got them sorted. Now, let's work with some Boolean values. Boolean values equals to, let's make it a set, okay? 0, 1, oops, not M, 1, 0, true, and false, and true, true, okay? Integer values equals to 30, 0, 22, 1, 555. And then let's go with intersection update. Boolean values dot intersection update. Integer values. Let's go over here. Print Boolean values. Print integer values. Yes. Okay. Now, what do we have? When we print out Boolean values, we have 0 and 1. Okay. Now, if we print out the integer values, you have the original set. Now, if I add some extra zeros and some extra ones in here, let's see how this works out. Okay, you still have 0 and 1. These are considered duplicate values, therefore they are ignored because that's one of the property of sets. What if we print the Boolean values up here before we modify it with the method of intersection update? Let's see how this goes. Okay, once again, we still have 0 and 1 because these are all duplicates. Now, let me just erase these and run that. Now we have false and true instead because we're just going with the first instance of a value. Now that's it for today's lesson. Don't forget to tune into looping and joining sets part 3. Thank you for watching. I hope that you learned something new today. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Learn today, better tomorrow. Goodbye.